I should be put in jail as a teenager. My life back then had no structure, no schedule, no purpose. I realized that my existence was futile when I turned about 13. I don't know what caused it. Might have been a trigger, might have been a movie that I watched, might have been a word that a family friend said, whatever it was. I don't know. I can't really tell for sure. But it was at that moment in time I realized life had no meaning and that we are just here on this space rock, this spinning rock in the universe, and we're just tiny specks of dust, and we will all return to where we came from when we die. Just dust, stardust. We're nothing. We don't worth shit. That was my mentality back then. And when you have too much freedom, that's when you start to sit down and you start to come up with new problems. I bet you ass, if I was in jail, if I was in a third world country where my main focus would be to survive, where can I get food? Where can I find shelter? Where can I find a place to avoid all these bombs that are going off in the distance? Bombs that blow up my neighbors, blow them up into pieces, bits of body parts splattered all across the street. Where can I find a hiding spot to prevent myself from doing that? That would be my life purpose. But no, I lived a comfortable, somewhat comfortable life here in the West. Sure, I have my own problems, but overall, compared to a lot of kids in the Middle East, people in Africa, I've hit the jackpot. I'm in paradise. Sometimes, man, I wish that I was in prison. And I'm not saying this because I want to commit crime. Sometimes I wish there was some sort of structure in my life back then when I was a teenager. Maybe that would have prevented me from reaching such a low point in my life, feeling like I needed to end my life because there was no purpose. I strongly believe that the reason that drove me to suicide in the first place was that I just had either too much free time, no structure at all, or that my structure or that my life was too rigid, too structured, with no room to spare, no room for spontaneity. I'll tell you an example. When I was in high school, maybe about 14 or 15 years old, my day consisted of, well, I would stay up late until 2 or 3 a.m. and then wake up at 7 or try to wake up at 7 and then went to school. And then after school, after 8 hours or 10 hours of being like a zombie, sitting in class, not concentrating, I went home and I sometimes I would go to work at the local deli. And after that, I would go home after dinner, had dinner, then try to do my homework, and then that's it. I don't really hang out with any friends. Sometimes when I do have the free time, I would go on Omegle to talk to random strangers on the internet because I had no real friends. That's my life. I had nothing going on for me. I didn't do anything. I didn't hang out with any friends. Well, I did hang out with them, but we didn't do anything. There was nothing memorable. Fast forward to when I arrived in Tasmania for uni. My life was too scheduled. I would have this rigid routine of waking up, going for a run, sometimes running for 5 to 10 kilometers per day. And I did that for a whole year. And then going home, and that would be before 7 o'clock, have a shower, have some breakfast, and went to uni and sat alone in the library to do my thing, to work on my assignments. I'm telling you, man, this is not how you live your life. You cannot have too much freedom and you cannot be too restrictive. If you have too much freedom, you're not working on anything, you're just lazing about, you're just leaving your day up for chance, to let chances dictate how your day is gonna go, then you're not really doing anything fulfilling. On the other hand, if you're the kind of person who likes to plan everything, have a schedule, have a timetable, Monday, go to the gym, go to uni, go shopping, and then afterwards you have to go to men's group, and after that, volunteering. I don't know. And then Tuesday, you got to do all of this. Then you will feel like a failure when you don't achieve all of this. I say go for something in the middle. Do not leave your day unaccounted for. You got to be working on something. Name one thing that you should be working on. Your purpose, your work, your hobby, whatever. But then you have to leave room for spontaneity. Spontaneity. Stopped up there because that's where the magic happens. That's where the friendships are built. Friendships are built during these random moments when you're just fucking around, and when people ask you, "Hey, do you want to go to this location and go for a swim?" And you had nothing planned, and you said, "Yeah, let's go." I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I should have been put in jail. Maybe that's how I will appreciate my life more. I know some people who has to eat a certain meal every single day, go to the same place every single day, go the same route. There's no variety. I just want to do this over and over again. I don't care how successful you are or how focused you are on your goal. This is just not the way to live, man. You want to beat depression? It's very good to have a routine. But you want to reach fulfillment in life? You gotta leave some room for these things to happen. And with that, I want to say stay strong, God bless, and I'll talk to you next time.
So I went with him to the park. I drove my trousers. He proceeded to touch my feet. The rest is history. So straight me on the park. You're not meant to touch me there.
Cause